Back again for another video. On today's topic, we will be talking about being a master. Now, it says to become a master of anything, you must practice it for 10,000 hours. I tend to believe in the same thing because without knowing something, without understanding it through and through, back and forth, how could you claim to be a master? In order to do this, to become a master, you have to have experience in whatever it is you do. Now, of course, my channel is about referencing everything as it stands to the masculine principle and the female existence and the female principle, and also the masculine existence. So, of course, this topic is going to be geared towards why you should be a master of your woman. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to do her for 10,000 hours, by the way. It just simply means that you have mastered the understanding as much as you can of women in general and their existence. The good, the bad, the ugly. You must know all these aspects. But in order to be a master of anything, you must first master yourself. I often talk about this in regards to discipline, in regards to how you carry yourself and what you choose to submit to as a man. Yes, you submit as a man as well. I just recently did a video on this as of yesterday, or this morning rather, on my other channel. But nonetheless, I'm not here to talk about that. That's for another topic that's already been discussed. But what you submit to gives you the ability to learn. It gives you the ability to become a master. You can't just pick up and want to wield things just because you want to wield them. You have to learn the techniques. You have to learn the process. You have to learn everything, its makeup, everything. You have to learn everything there is to learn about it before you can be considered a master of such. So, in regards to women, a lot of people would say, well, women will always remain a mystery. Not really, because a woman is a woman is a woman. No matter where she comes from, no matter what she does in life, no matter what trauma she's been through, no matter any of these things, there are always baselines of a woman's existence, and understanding and knowing those baselines are a part of becoming a master of a woman. I don't think any man should engage with a woman in an intimate setting. And I don't mean sexually. What I mean is person to person. You actually taking on this woman as a responsibility, unless you become a master of women. And to become a master of women, once again, I've already mentioned what you need to do. But the reason why this is important is because whenever there's a problem, you know how to handle it. You know how to address it. You know how to deal with it. There's never been a circumstance that I've dealt with women these days, after I become what I like to consider mastering women and understanding them, that I couldn't see through. You know, I've always had a solution for what needs to happen. Partly because I move because of me, not because of them, but also because I understand what their intent is. I understand what the reasons why they do the things that they do. They say the stuff that they say. I know I can recognize shaming language at a drop of a hat. I know what manipulation looks like. I know them back and forth. Now, just because I may not know the individual woman doesn't mean that I don't know women. You feel me? It's not about knowing her personality necessarily. It's not about knowing what color she likes, and if you don't, therefore you're not a master of women. No. It's about knowing what makes her tick, knowing why she does what she does, knowing what her next move is going to be, knowing how to anticipate anything that may come up. I've mapped out most scenarios dealing with any woman that I've ever dealt with here in these recent days, recent years, rather. And I see the outcomes. That's part of masculinity, is being able to have a long foresight and understanding how to plan for those foresights. And sometimes these circumstances that come about, it's a dead end. I know it. I can see it coming. But I just play it out because I want something out of it, more than likely. But nonetheless, the reason why you want to get to this is so that you can avoid problems in the future, so that you can avoid having to waste time doing things the long route, basically so you can be efficient in what you do. Also, so that you can avoid problems in the future, so you can avoid, heartaches, headaches, so you can avoid all these setbacks. This is something that a lot of men don't tell other men, that you need to master yourself first and then pay attention and learn women. Learn what you need to learn about them in the way that you see it anyways, because not everything is the same, but it is. I mean, how can I explain that? It's not the same route, but it goes to the same outcome. So the way that you may understand something is completely different than what another man may understand, but it's along the same vein and it goes to the same outcome. I hope I'm not talking in circles too much for you guys, but I'm trying to explain this in a way that you can understand what I'm talking about. But when you start, you'll know when you start to learn women is when you can start to see the patterns of women. No matter what type of woman she is, no matter where she comes from, like I said, no matter her demographics, personality type, none of that. When you start to understand the patterns and you start to see the patterns clearly over and over and over and over again, then you are starting to master women. This is the start. When you know the patterns, no matter what woman you're dealing with, then you have essentially mastered it. That's part of mastering. Knowing where the outcome is going to go, knowing why she did things, like I said, knowing what she's going to do, almost predicting her every step. It's almost like mastering chess. There are many different ways to win a game, but nonetheless, a chess master wins. That's what I'm trying to relate to you. There are so many different moves, thousands of moves that you can make on the chessboard, hundreds of thousands of moves that you can make on the chessboard, and everybody has their own playing style. But the opposite, or the outcome that you want of the game, is to win. And how you become a master of chess is you practice these different moves, you learn these different moves, you learn these different strategies, you learn how to recognize what is a offensive versus defensive, and what castling is. You learn all these different things and you use those tools in order to win. So mastering and becoming a master of a woman is essentially, once again, learning how the game works backwards and forward, learning what women are backwards and forwards, learning how to pick up on the patterns, learning to master what the patterns are as soon as you see them, and have a proper response, a rebuttal, a comeback for those same patterns, and you'll get the outcome that you want. And even predicting the outcome is part of mastering as well. But anyways, I've talked long enough. Like, comment, and share. Catch me on Facebook, catch me on Patreon. And it's a nice day out here. It's been raining a little bit. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the backdrop. But until next time, this has been a Wolf and Beta Close. May you have a good day, and peace be with you.